So a lot of times, because granite and quartz are the two most popular surfaces, it comes down to those, and clients want to know what the performance differences are between them. In all honesty, it depends entirely on what you're looking for. In the scenario you're in might dictate what the best option is. Performance-wise, they honestly are very similar in a lot of ways. As far as scratch resistance and chip resistance, stain resistance. Quartz does perform a little bit better in stain resistance. It's a non-porous surface. It means there's no pores or holes for liquids to get into the stone. Granite does have some porosity, but you'd still have to leave a spill for quite some time for it to take up. But it does stain a little easier than quartz does. There are other benefits and drawbacks. The look is very important, and honestly, most of the time, that's what I'd like my clients to worry about most, especially if it's in a home that they're going to be living in long term. I'd rather you wake up in the morning and see something you're very happy with than be super worried about whether you have to go back in and seal that product once a year or something like that. That being said, quartz is non-porous. It doesn't ever have to be sealed once it's installed, so it's maintenance-free once it's in, other than your typical cleanup. Granite does need to be sealed, typically on a yearly basis. Some darker, denser colors don't need to be sealed as often, but it's like waxing your car, so it's about a half an hour job. It really shouldn't take a long time. I don't think it's a significant or enough work to merit not choosing it over the other if you like the look of it better. There are other small things to deal with, like the tensile strength of quartz is higher, so if you've got like a really big overhang on an island, that might be a consideration. It might save you having to buy some supports for underneath to make sure it's well supported across, where granite has a little less tensile strength. You might be spending some extra money to get that same overhang. There's also the heat exchange portion of it. Granite, having pores, can deal with expansion and contraction a little better than quartz can. So if you're doing something like a fireplace around where it's going to be going from room temperature to warm very quickly, granite will deal with that better than quartz will.